Welcome back, and we are now back in Ontario, and this is our first ride of the fall. We are now heading up Highway 41 here in Ontario, and we're heading to a community that vanished around 1940. So we'll give you a little more info as we get there. Should be a nice ride today. Cool this morning, gonna be warm in the afternoon. We're not going to go down number 7 highway, so we're going to go through Flint. And I understand there might be some construction here, but there is this is a great road, really. Years ago, they paved this, but I'm afraid 30 years has caught up with it. But still, if you take it easy, it is a fun road still. So if you really want to have fun on this road, try it on a bike with girder forks. You don't have to go fast to feel like you're going fast, but it's fun. I did it on the 36 Norton, and Ernie did it on his I think it was a 38 Royal Enfield V-twin. So as I mentioned, this road many years ago was freshly paved, but the thing you had to watch out for when the guys on sport bikes come through here, you had to be careful because there was so much gravel in the corners. And well, you know what will happen. The road is just full of twists. Well, a good portion of it. Well, it is getting a little hillier as we get farther north on 41. We just passed Mazenah. We stopped at Colin for Gary to fill up, as you saw. And boy, the leaves are really changing. And the old aerial is just chuffing along quite nicely. Now there is the view. And we are in Griffith. I'm just topping up to get some gas. And Gary's over there talking, and I think we just got to go up this way just 10 miles maybe. And we've made it to our destination. We are now on Newfoundout Road. So it's not bad right now, as you can see. The last time I was here, it was quite rough. So we shall see. Now understand too that when it gets, if it rains, this gets to be quite bad. And this road, if you can imagine, back in the 1880s, was probably more than just a cow trail. And these people would have had to travel down this road to go anywhere. And yeah, it's a little loose. It's a little, I say it's a lot better than what it was when I came in. And I wonder how many other people ride their vintage motorcycles and roads like this. Oh, we made it. And I went to turn my GoPro on, and no, it did not. So this is the first house here we're going to look at. And the road, I have to admit, was far better coming in than I anticipated, because last time I was here in July, it was so hot. Now, bit of advice. Do not come here when it's hot. And I'll show you a video right now why. Have a look. You got to give them credit. Look at these friggin' flies, man. Horse flies are all over the friggin' place. Oh well, time to get on the bike and head back. Horse flies out were in droves. You couldn't move, couldn't do nothing, and I held the camera until the little bastards bit me so much I had to move it. But here it is. Can you imagine people living in this? Let's have a closer look. Well, we're at the front door. Can I get a... There it is. Let's go inside and have a look. Well, not much left.
That was a two-story house.
Yeah. That's crazy, eh? Like,
And it's chinked with concrete. Well, this is too.
yeah.
Chinked with concrete. Boy, look at the size of some of these logs. Like, imagine the manpower, eh, to lift those up into place.
Yeah.
So we figured this is the house that they lived in, and really back in the day, as I noted, they were not very big because they had to heat them. But this is interesting. Here.
That's a tall doorway.
To-
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Why doors were lower in those days.
Yeah.
But then you had to step up. So there must have been a step here.
I'm thinking there's probably more to
The
this
door isn't
area
that tall.
that's not long gone now. So we're wondering if this here was the barn. It would make sense to have this as a barn right next door. A small house to keep warm in the severe winters. Keep your cattle next door. And possibly out this way where Colin is, could that have been the garden? And believe it or not, we have some old car parts. What they're off of, I don't know.
Chassis.
What's that, chassis?
Looks like.
Well, look at this. That's pretty interesting. I wonder what this is off of. The things you find. Oh, go over and let's have a look at that one. And here we are on the second home. And if you can see it, can we see it here? There's actually a window. 2 stories. So wow. And there's the neighbor. Yeah, everything is coming down. How many more years will these buildings stand? And as you can see, they're not. There's another window right over there. This would have been 2 stories. There's the beams, but where'd the rest of it go? Yeah, so really back in the day, these homes were not big, despite what you see in the movies, because when it was like minus 25, minus 30 or colder, these small homes were so much easier to heat. And what a lifestyle. You really have to give these people credit, man. It's just the hardship to make a living out of this land. Kudos to them. So let's see what else we can see. So I'm at the back of the house. Tree has grown up through. Before I show you, let's look at the backyard. I mean, nothing but forest. But here, this is interesting. And that goes up. Now, what was the second story? Storage? And we have this. Now, what would have that been? Well, that's our tour, along with Bubba and Gary, to Newfoundout, the lost community.
Yeah, I wonder how that name came about, Newfoundout.
And And that's interesting because I'd like to know if anybody knows how Newfoundout came about, drop us a line. Now we're going to go back into Griffith and get something to eat. All right, well, I blew right past this gas station here in Griffith, or the restaurant in Griffith. So we're going to go in, get something to eat, and we parked on the sand so the Kawasaki doesn't leave its oil stains there, because you know Kawasaki's. Anyway, good place. Pine Valley. Have some old nice license plates up there. All right. Colin's got a Big Valley burger with no tomato and poutine. I've got a Big Valley burger with the whole works and poutine, and like what Gary's got.
Looks good.
Everything looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And we are now entering Northbrook, and this will be our last gas stop. I must say, we had a very enjoyable lunch. So, it's time to fill up.
Not bad, 83 miles.
Yep, getting old, Bubba. When you get to be young like me, you'll say, Dad, how did you ever do it? That was a good ride.
Yeah,
Is it prepay first?
probably.
Did I ever say I effing hate prepay gas stations? Ugh. Well, what a day that was. Great day. Chilly in the morning. And then as we got going, it was warming up. And then as we got farther north, you could feel the temperature dropping up again. On the way back, it actually warmed up quite a bit. I find it interesting going to places like this, where we went to today. How many communities, whether it's here in Ontario or elsewhere in your backyard, that once existed that doesn't? And you have to ask why. If you know the reason, that's great. If people just left, why? Why did they leave? Hardships? Your guess is good as mine. And the road going in was a bit of a challenge. It was better than the last time I was up there for a quick look. It was really bad, really bad. I think they smoothed it out due to the logging trucks coming through. But all in all, no issues with the bikes. We had a great lunch. Bikes ran great. The H2 got 33 miles to the gallon going up, 35 coming back. The Aerial, the VHA, got 60 going up, 60 coming back. And Gary's Veloset got, I imagine, 50 miles to the gallon. It always seems to get 50 miles to the gallon. So hit subscribe if you like what you see. I do have a couple, maybe one or two more fall rides to historic places here. And get those bikes out and ride them. Until next time, take care. We'll see you then.